Volvo, known for safety, right? But beneath that calm, Swedish design hides a history of raw performance. Today, we're diving into the two cars that proved Volvo could play with the big boys, the 850R and the S60R. Turbocharged, all-wheel drive, and criminally underrated. If you're looking for something fast, different, and capable in all weather for under 10K, the first-gen Volvo S60R deserves your attention. Built between 2004 and 2007, this Swedish sleeper was Volvo's attempt at making something other than a safe box on wheels, and they actually pulled it off. Pop the hood and you'll find a 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-5 making 300 horsepower and 295 foot-pounds of torque. Paired with Volvo's Haldex-based all-wheel drive system, it launches better than you'd expect from a car your uncle probably drove to church. And with a 0 to 60 time under 6 seconds, it was quick for its time and still holds its own today. It came with a 6-speed manual or a 5-speed auto, but let's be honest, you want the manual. That's where the real fun is. Plus, the S60R came with an adjustable suspension system called 4C, letting you switch between comfort, sport, and advanced modes. In comfort, it's a quiet cruiser. In advanced, it firms up, tightens everything, and reminds you that Volvo engineers definitely knew what they were doing. Looks-wise, it's subtle. If you know, you know. The R badges, dual exhaust, slightly aggressive front bumper. It's not screaming at you, but it's not blending in either. Interior? Way nicer than you'd expect. Supportive seats, solid materials, and more tech than most early 2000s sedans. Downsides? Maintenance can be annoying. The all-wheel drive system and suspension have quirks. Parts aren't impossible to find, but they're not exactly cheap. This isn't a car for someone looking for low-effort ownership. But if you're okay turning a wrench or paying someone who can, it rewards you. It's not the loudest, not the lightest, and definitely not the most common. But that's why the S60R stands out. It's the all-wheel drive underdog with personality, power, and a touch of Scandinavian weirdness. And if you can find one that's been taken care of, it's a solid pick that offers way more than its price tag suggests. The S60R was fast, refined, and years ahead of its time. But this wasn't Volvo's first shot at performance. Before it, there was a car that started it all. The 850R, the boxy beast that shocked the 90s. A car that took Volvo's sensible, safety-obsessed reputation and threw a big turbocharged wrench into it. This wasn't just another boxy Swedish wagon your parents drove. No, this was a car that could haul groceries and haul on the track, all while looking like it belonged in an executive parking lot. And it's the kind of car that makes modern Volvos look, well, a little too polite. Back in the early 90s, Volvo was known for making safe, reliable, and, let's be honest, pretty boring cars. They had a niche and they stuck with it, dominating the market with their boxy sedans and wagons. But that's not to say Volvo didn't want to branch out a bit. The automotive world was changing, and Volvo knew it couldn't just keep making cars that were perfect for safely transporting the kids to school while looking like the family minivan. Enter the Volvo 850R. The 850R wasn't just another trim level of the 850. It was a high-performance model that took the already impressive 850 and turned up the dial on everything. While Volvo had already made waves with the limited-run 850 T5R, a high-performance version of the 850, the 850R was the company's final word in performance sedans and wagons. By 1996, Volvo had clearly embraced the idea that performance didn't have to come at the expense of practicality or safety. The 850R was available in two body styles, a saloon which was a sedan and an estate which was a wagon, because, of course, practicality was still a priority. It didn't matter if you needed to haul your family or your gear, the 850R could do it with style and performance. The car came equipped with a 2.3-liter turbocharged 5-cylinder engine that offered a performance output of 247 horsepower and 258 foot-pounds of torque in the manual version. For the automatic, those figures were slightly lower, at 237 horsepower and 243 foot-pounds of torque. This wasn't just a fast car, it was fast in a way that felt effortlessly composed. Let's break down the performance side of the equation. The manual version, with its M59 heavy-duty manual transmission, was an absolute blast to drive. It came equipped with a viscous coupling, limited slip differential that significantly improved traction and handling. The larger turbo engine, a redesigned turbo manifold, an upgraded intercooler, and a unique ECU running Motronic 4.3 all came together to create a driving experience that was fast and thrilling, but not over the top. The 0 to 60 mile/hour time for the manual was around 6.5 seconds, which at the time was impressively quick for a car that could also carry a load of groceries or a family's worth of luggage. On the other hand, the automatic version was a bit more subdued in terms of performance. It had a slightly slower 0 to 60 mile/hour time of about 7.1 seconds, and while it wasn't as exciting as the manual, it was still a very solid performer in its own right. The automatic was designed for those who wanted something a bit more relaxed but still capable of some serious speed. With a top speed of around 150 miles per hour, the 850R could hold its own against plenty of other high-performance sedans of its era. Now, the 850R's interior was as impressive as its performance. Volvo wasn't just concerned with getting you from point A to point B, they wanted to make sure you were comfortable and stylish along the way. Inside, the 850R featured Alcantara and leather sport seats that offered great support and comfort, even on long trips. The two-tone leather steering wheel added a touch of luxury, while the stainless steel 850 kick plates gave the cabin a premium feel that was often missing from other performance sedans of the time. The driving dynamics of the Volvo 850R are a testament to how well Volvo blended performance and practicality in a way that few manufacturers could at the time. When you get behind the wheel, the first thing that stands out is how composed and balanced it feels, whether you're cruising down the highway or pushing it through tight corners. The 850R's suspension is firm, yet forgiving, offering an experience that feels both stable and agile, which is a rare combination for a car that also serves as a family hauler. The steering is precise, providing just the right amount of feedback, giving you confidence in its handling. The turbocharged engine, with its smooth power delivery, makes acceleration feel effortless, but it's the sound of the 5-cylinder engine that truly captures the essence of driving this car. It's a throaty growl that resonates with character, unlike the generic hum of many other turbo engines of the era. Whether you're driving the manual version with its engaging transmission and limited slip differential or the automatic that still delivers solid performance, the 850R's driving dynamics will leave you impressed. It's a car that can be both thrilling and easygoing, depending on how you want to drive it. In true Volvo fashion, the 850R also came with an array of safety features that would make other car manufacturers green with envy. This was the first Volvo to feature the side impact protection system, a self-adjusting seatbelt mechanism, and a carefully designed interior layout to minimize injury in the event of a crash. Volvo knew that while performance was important, safety was still their top priority, and the 850R was no exception. It wasn't just a fast car, it was a fast car that could protect its occupants in the event of a collision. And let's not forget about the 850's all-wheel drive variant, produced between 1996 and 1997. This featured a 2.5L turbocharged engine that produced 190 horsepower. The all-wheel drive system, combined with a 5-speed manual transmission and self-leveling rear suspension. It had a higher ride height, a more aggressive stance, and a sense of ruggedness. It gave this version of the 850 a unique character that set it apart from the front-wheel drive models. Volvo was never known for making flashy cars, and the 850R was no exception. Its colors were relatively understated. These were the options available in the European version. In the US, buyers had a more limited selection, but these colors still gave the 850R a sleek, professional appearance, fitting in perfectly at both a corporate parking lot or a weekend track day. The Volvo 850R was a standout in the mid-90s performance car market, offering a unique blend of practicality, performance, and luxury that few of its contemporaries could match. Two eras, two icons. The 850R defined Volvo performance, and the S60R perfected it. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.